Welcome to Everyday Woman. As women, we often think, oh, you know what, I'm so young, it will not happen to me. But today we're going to talk to survivor Marqui McPherson about her journey with cancer. Marqui, welcome to the show. Tell us your story.
Well, initially, I actually went in because I noticed a change in my breast shape. I went in and they did an ultrasound.
Now, you were just looking at yourself in the mirror, or
yes,
really?
And I noticed a change in my right breast. Looked different.
What did it look like?
It looked like it had a little indent in it.
Okay.
However, I was breastfeeding at the time, so a lot can be going on. Mm-hmm. And I went in. They said it looked perfectly normal, but they also took a look on the left breast. Mm-hmm. And they did say that they noticed a lump. They voted the lump was benign, but they wanted to follow up in 6 months.
How did they vote that the lump was benign? Did you go through any type of a treatment? Or?
No, I did not. They had a radiologist come in and look at it, and she felt as though it was benign and just regular lumps and bumps that us women can have in our breasts.
Now, you didn't get a mammogram or anything because of your age? Is that why they opted to do it?
I only had an ultrasound.
Okay, because you're 24.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was supposed to come back in 6 months. I did not.
What made you decide not to follow up with that, especially since you noticed something?
Well, when I noticed it, my concern was, is this permanent? Is this because I'm breastfeeding? Mm-hmm. Breast cancer wasn't something that I was thinking about at that time.
And why is that?
My age. Mm-hmm. I'm too young to have it just yet. So I wasn't thinking breast cancer at all. And I was supposed to come back in 6 months. However, I started working. I got a new job, and 6 months had gone by. I got a letter reminding me to schedule my appointment, and I just kind of put it in my little junk drawer of, I will get back to it. Mm-hmm. And I never did get back to it.
Until when?
Until one morning I was in the shower and washing up, and I discovered something hard, and it was a lump.
So that was the time. How much further time?
We're about 9 months now. Okay. So I went back in. So I was about 3 months late.
Okay.
For a follow-up visit.
And when you discovered that lump, what was going through your mind?
Not necessarily this is breast cancer just yet.
Were you still breastfeeding at the time?
No. Okay. I was not breastfeeding at the time. I do have implants already. Okay. So I was thinking that maybe there's something going on with the implant, was my initial thought.
You said you didn't go back because you were working.
Yes.
I'm going to challenge you on that. Because as women, we make that excuse. Oh, I didn't go back. Yes. I don't take my health because I have to take care of everybody else. Do you think that you hid behind that? You maybe knew something was going on, but you just kind of displaced it and hid behind your life. Can you say that now?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe that at all. It was honestly starting a new job, working sometimes from 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And just when was an opportunity, on my 2 off days, it was like, I don't want to spend all day at the doctor's office.
So at the time, it wasn't really important.
I will have to say that to me, it wasn't a priority.
Really?
It was not at that time.
And so many of us feel that way. Our health as women is not important. So tell us what happened after that.
Afterwards, I actually, from the shower, I went in to my primary care manager. She felt it as well, did another exam. If I laid on my back, you can actually see the lump. And I went in and met with BreastLink and had an ultrasound done. The radiologist didn't like the way it looked. She wanted to do a biopsy. She had doubts in her mind as well because of my age.
So even seeing something on the imaging that looked abnormal and being able to view it with the naked eye, they still had doubts.
They still had doubts because of my age. However, I did have family history of it.
Okay.
So it was still important to go ahead and do the biopsy. And because of the way the lump looked, it didn't look like the original lump from 9 months prior, which was a perfect circle. The new lump looked agitated. And
so bring the story on. They found out you had breast cancer, had chemotherapy. You shared with us a great story that you loved weaves like I do.
Yes.
And all that. Where are you now and what are you doing? Especially when you talk about the support for your age, because you couldn't find any support.
Right, absolutely not. As far as the hair goes, I was always big on weaves. I felt like hair is what made a person beautiful.
And we can look at you and see that that is absolutely not the case.
Right. Okay, and what stage are you in right now?
I have completed chemo just a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and I am actually getting ready to have surgery in just a few days.
But you're doing something for a support group. I want to touch real quick because you couldn't find anything. What are you doing?
I actually started up a social media website called Chemo Friends for cancer patients and survivors to log on and be able to connect with other people in their area.
So that's primarily because diagnosed at 24, there was nothing.
There was no one for me to talk with, relate to. Of course, there were older women, but I didn't meet any women that were in my age bracket.
Okay. So Chemo Friends, is it up and running now?
Yes.
Wow. Are you getting some support? Are you getting some input from other young people like yourself?
What really encouraged it was a girl who contacted me, because I also have a blog. A lot of breast cancer patients write in journals, and I created an online blog so everyone could follow. And I actually was contacted by a girl in Virginia, and she said that she felt like she couldn't find anyone that was in her age bracket. And she found me on Facebook, and we've just kind of, been going back and forth talking, and she's starting her chemotherapy treatments.
So you are seeing, by just you making the difference of starting something, it's getting some momentum.
I feel it, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
you are
you.
beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
Keep telling your story. We'll be back with more survivor stories on Every Way Woman. Stay tuned.